Jennifer Aniston's life has always been under the microscope, but in recent months, something quietly beautiful has been taking shape. A new relationship with Jim Curtis, a relationship that's not built on spectacle, but on subtlety, support, and an energy of healing. Tonight, we explore how Jennifer is lighting up over Jim Curtis' support, what it means, how it started, how people are reacting, and why everyone senses this might be different. It all first shifted into view in July 2025 when Jennifer was seen on a yacht in Mallorca, Spain, alongside close friends like Jason Bateman and Amanda Unka. Among the groups, there was a presence that seemed more than a friendly face, the presence of Jim Curtis. That moment ignited speculation, because Jennifer had not been publicly dating anyone since her split from Justin Theroux in 2018. Her marriage to Brad Pitt had ended in 2005, but every romantic move since then had been closely observed. So this Mallorca sighting wasn't just a vacation photo op, it was a signal. Jim Curtis is not from the typical Hollywood mold. He's a life coach, a hypnotherapist, an author who spends much of his time talking about healing, inner work, and personal growth. Jennifer, who has long been interested in wellness and mental health, had already been familiar with his work. According to insiders, they were introduced through mutual friends, and in time their bond shifted from acquaintance to friendship and then towards something more. What seems to have drawn her to him is what friends describe as a calm, secure presence, someone who doesn't need to dominate headlines, but supports behind the scenes. Over the summer, they were seen having dinner together in New York, leaving Nobu in Malibu, enjoying casual outings, and avoiding overly staged moments. Jennifer included Jim in her life in small ways. A shared photo dump on Instagram titled, "Thank You Summer," with a sunset photo of a man believed to be Jim, though his face was not shown. It was a soft launch, the kind of public acknowledgement that whispers rather than shouts, yet echoes loudly across social media. On 9 September 2025, at the morning show Season 4 premiere in New York City, everything changed subtly. Jennifer walked the red carpet in sleek black, radiant as always. Jim Curtis was there, not posing alongside her, but nearby, quietly supportive. He didn't walk the red carpet with her, he didn't seek the flashbulbs, but his presence was unmistakable. When an interviewer remarked that Curtis seems like a really special guy, Jennifer, with a smile, responded, "That's very nice." That brief exchange, understated, yet loaded, told the story. There is affection, there is joy, there is something stable growing. Insiders say Jennifer is appreciating this grounding more than she has in years. Friends report that Curtis' influence has encouraged her to slow down, to turn inward, to reflect on how far she's come. She's spent much of her life balancing the demands of fame, the expectations of success, and the intrusive curiosity of paparazzi. With Jim, sources describe that she feels safe, less performative, more able to just be Jennifer, the person, not just the public figure. Jim himself has spoken in recent months about transformation. In his own newsletters and posts, he's reflected on past struggles, emotional pain, feeling stuck, and on the journey toward joy, abundance, and meaning. He's spoken of decisions that once felt risky but have led to unexpected magic in life. For him, this isn't just a relationship, it's part of a larger path of growth and healing. And Jennifer, perhaps, is finding that resonates deeply. Public reaction has poured in. Fans are gushing, "She looks happy, she looks at peace. This feels different." Comments praise the way she's glowing, not because of flashy drama, but because of something softer, more rooted. The social media sentiment is that this relationship is the kind fans hoped for, less headline chase, more heart warmth. Then there are voices from within her circle. Her close friends reportedly like Jim. They appreciate that he is respectful, that he listens, doesn't push, that he seems to understand Jennifer's need for authenticity over appearance. Even former relationships of Jim's have surfaced in this narrative in interesting ways. Bethany Frankel revealed on her podcast Just Be with Bethany Frankel that she dated Jim Curtis about 10 years ago. Rather than using it as fodder for gossip, Bethany spoke kindly of him. "A nice guy," she said, complimenting how he's well-suited to Jennifer's sensibilities, her grounded, earthy, relaxed demeanor. "It was a blessing rather than a warning, and that's telling." Jennifer has also compared her own life lately to her The Morning Show character, Alex Levy, not in flashy ways, but in the emotional cost of fame, in trying to balance work, public image, personal identity. At the season 4 premiere, she admitted there is definitely some mirroring between her experiences and those of Alex. But she also emphasized that Alex is more outspoken and dramatic, while Jennifer's own approach has grown more reflective. She's letting work be work, and letting love be more quietly lived. Beyond romance, this relationship arrives at a point in Jennifer's life when she's embracing change, demanding work behind the morning show, as actor and executive producer, new projects, travel, caring for her pets, caring for her inner life. The pressure has been intense. Jennifer described her own effort this summer to step back, to breathe, to allow rest, to travel, to enjoy without feeling the constant weight of performance. In those moments, Jim has been there. There are still many unknowns. They describe the relationship as casual, in public, no declarations, no wedding talk, no clear statement about future plans. The pace seems deliberate. Jennifer has consistently moved with care. When it comes to sharing on social media, she gives hints instead of proof. When it comes to red carpets, she lets Jim support from the sidelines rather than into the spotlight. But perhaps that is part of the beauty, that intention, that patience. This feels less like a Hollywood headline and more like a chapter of life that Jennifer has earned. A chapter where happiness isn't about the flash, the scandal, or the spectacle. Where support, safety, emotional growth, and love without pretense matter more. And fans are wise enough to recognize that. As The Morning Show Season 4 prepares to premiere on 17 September 2025, Jennifer steps into a new era. The episodes are said to be full of drama, exploring media responsibility, truth, and fame, but off-camera, she seems to be living a quieter drama. The kind fought inside, the kind where one builds peace, the kind where love is a healing presence. In the end, what makes this story compelling is not just that Jennifer Aniston has found someone new, it's that she appears to have found someone who lets her shine without trying to overshadow her, who makes silence comfortable, who values what she brings to the world, what she has built. When she smiles, fans can see it reaching her eyes in ways that feel different now, gentler, joyful, grounded. This is a Jennifer Aniston who has known heartbreak, scrutiny, and public expectation. This is a Jennifer Aniston who, in mid-50s, is still exploring, still growing, still allowing life to surprise her. With Jim Curtis by her side, there is something tender unfolding. Something hopeful. Something very real. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.